Hello and welcome. Uh, I've just added some functionality to my virtual assistant, and it's to take notes. Uh, so most virtual assistants have some note-taking functionality, and generally what happens is some application like Notepad or Evernote or something like that is opened up, and then perhaps the computer will ask for a subject, and that will be given, and then the dictation will end. And if you want to add more to your note, you have to come and get the keyboard and start typing. Well, I decided to use Google Docs, so I opened this URL up here from within my virtual assistant application, and then once I'm in there, click on this blank, or it clicks on this blank, and then we're able to go up into tools here and use voice typing. And once this is on, you can type, you can speak and say whatever you want, and it will just take dictation, period. And it does a very good job, period. It's very accurate, period. You can speak quickly, and it understands what you're saying, period. You may have to make some corrections, but probably very few, period. And of course, the slower you speak and the more distinctly you speak, the better job it's going to do, period. You can add commas, comma, periods, comma, and other punctuation, period. You can say new paragraph, and it will create a new paragraph, period. Of course, we're having a little trouble there because it doesn't know when it's part of a sentence and when it's a command, period. But as I get more experienced with this, it'll get better. Stop listening. All right, so this is pretty good, just like this. We can go up here, we can put a new title here, or we can just take the first sentence there and use that as the title. You don't have to save it, it's automatically saved. Anyway, that's not bad, but it's not great either, because we're using the keyboard a little bit too much, in my opinion. Now, the way that I would normally use this, without touching the keyboard, is I would say, Zoe, take dictation.
Opening a new document, sir. Welcome, I am Zoe, your virtual artificial intelligence assistant. How may I help you?
All right, she's a little verbose. I can cut those messages out so she doesn't have to talk so much. It's cute for the first couple of days, and then probably I'll want all that stuff to go away. But it just demonstrates that she's able to do that. Now, you can see this app is not taking dictation. But if I say, Zoe, microphone, Zoe, microphone, now it's taking dictation, period. I've noticed that when I'm speaking a lot and I'm not saying commands, comma, the virtual assistant gets a little bit confused, period. Then when I give a command, it doesn't know that I've given a command, period. So very often when that happens, I have to give the command twice. I have to give it a second time, period. And then it works. period. I guess I'm clearing out a buffer or something like that, period, or a variable, period. There's probably a way for me to correct that programmatically, period. And it is something that I plan to look into and improve, period. Now, there are a lot of different things that you can do here, period. For example, comma, set text green. Set text green. Text green. Text green color. Text color green. Okay, so that's the right wording. I forgot the right wording, period. Text color blue. Now we're typing in blue, period. Italics. Now we're typing in italics, period. Bold. Now we're typing in bold, period. Text color white. Normal. Normal text. See, I don't know how to turn the italics off. I'm going to have to look at the guide for that, period. Stop listening. But this gives you some idea of the power of this particular application, period. Stop listening. There we go. Turns off the microphone. So if we look over here, support.google.com, blah, blah, blah. This has all the information about the different things that can be done. It works in all these different languages. If you want to type in French, if you know how to speak French, it's no problem. You can use all these different punctuation symbols. You can select text in different ways, all these different ways. You could do formatting. So apply normal text. That's what, to get out of italics, I should have said apply normal text. So once you use this a few times, you start to remember all of these things. You can even print this out. You have a little cheat sheet in front of you that you use for the first few times. And before you know it, this is your favorite way to write notes. So let's take a quick look again at the code. It's about 10 lines of code. Now I've done this in sort of hacker fashion. There is a real API that you can use, a real Google API that you can use for Google Docs. So you don't have to do this stuff with the PyAuto GUI and whatnot. But I didn't want to get an API key, and I didn't want to put an API key in my code because this code is out on GitHub. So for security reasons, I'm doing this way. If you don't have a 4K display, you're going to have to figure out where that blank document button is that gets clicked here. Where is it? Right here, PyAuto GUI, move to 777, and then it does a PyAuto GUI click. That's how you get the blank document. So if you don't have a 4K display, you're going to have to figure out where that button is. So the way you do that is you open up a terminal, and you have to have xdotool installed. So you can always do a sudo apt-get install xdotool if you don't have it. And then xdotool get mouse location -- shell. You put the pointer over here wherever the button is, and then you hit return, and it will tell you the approximate location, or it will tell you the actual location. I got something back like 775, 780, something like that. And I just set it to this because I knew that was going to be within the button. So anyway, I hope you like this. I hope you found it helpful, and happy coding.